welcome to Vision for the Nation. Hello and welcome to Vision for the Nation. I am Danny MC, your host, and I want to welcome you to the show. The show is about vision for the nation, vision of various individuals, of nations, governments, and communities. In fact, we try to look at, vision the people have had, and we know that it is important to always have a vision that will help to, give you a very clear way of where you are going. In today's show, we are looking at a man called Oyema. This is a man that is a Nigerian, an entrepreneur, and he's a CEO of Air Peace, a Nigerian airline company. And recently, due to xenophobic attacks that's been happening in South Africa, he was moved by compassion to do an action. Take a look at what he did in South Africa.
Barrister Allen Oyema. Presently and luckily for us, we have him here to attend. Men like this in Nigeria. We want men like this to tribalize Nigerians. We'll have the soul of the people in his heart. God bless him. We will support him. Whatever he does, he does.
Yeah, what a very emotional action and emotional time for Mr. Allen Oyeme while he was essentially coming to rescue, Nigerians that had been stuck. And due to the fear of xenophobia, the attacks that had been happening in South Africa, which is totally another story, this man was moved by compassion to come and rescue his people. Look the way he is in tears, with the joy, tears of joy, to be able to, come to the rescue of his people. And just to also mention that he had to spend about 15 hours. Remember, he's the CEO and owner of Air Peace, and he was moved. It is said that he spent about 289 million nairas to take this action. So he literally said, hey, you know what, I'm not going to wait for the government. I'm going to move into South Africa because he had a license doing business there. So he moved there and said, no, he's coming to rescue his people. Although sadly the South African government was not too pleased about it due to the nature of what was happening at the time, regardless of that, he was ready to take his people, and it took him about 15 hours, the time that, he was battling to get clearance to fly out his people. And well, guess what? He did it for free. He came and did it for free. And just to hear in his own words, the vision that he's had for Nigeria, the vision that he's had for his people, Nigeria. So let's take a look at this.
Commercial eradication, but that is not our target. Our target is just to do the right thing, continue creating jobs for the masses of Nigerian people. The only thing we need is the support of everyone, support of government agencies, and support of government and the people of Nigeria. It was until 2007 I was looking for ways of creating jobs, because I was given that is what we are offering Nigerians. But beyond that, we are going to do the right pricing for Nigerians.
Okay.
We are going to make sure we bring down the cost of flying for this country, for Nigerians. Nigerians have been ripped off for so long. We are going to bring down the prices. When we start bringing down prices, Nigerians should remember that these older airlines trying to bring down their prices now are doing it because APIS
Is doing that.
Not because they love them. So they should show the love to APIS and come again. Look for something you could do that could touch a lot of lives. Me too, I was looking for something like that. That was actually my promise to God. Bless me, and I'll use whatever you give me to touch lives of indigent people. Commercial eradication, like that.
Yeah, so as you can tell, this man was really moved by compassion to do what he did in South Africa. And he has been somebody that has always wanted to see how he could help his people in Nigeria, especially creating job opportunities. And that is one of the reasons why he went. In fact, it's the main reason, because it's a risky business if you follow some of his interview. But he went there knowing that he wasn't going to make so much profit, but that he wanted to create jobs, as many as possible, for his people. And so he went into the business. I want to encourage you, if you have a vision to do something, let it be a vision that possibly will help others. Yes, probably to help your life, help your family, alleviate poverty, or, just to bring respect. His action brought respect to the community. And this man was even invited to the Nigerian parliament. Imagine that, because of his action. He's not a politician as far as I know, but he was invited to the parliament to speak on behalf. Let's listen to what he had to say during his time there in the parliament.
The allowance, they say this is our own contribution to the nation Nigeria. In the last 1 week, this country has bonded. In the last 1 week, this nation has bonded. No more Hausa, no more Yoruba, no more Igbo, Amijo, and this. Same still evacuation. And today, as I speak to you, 319 have just checked in. We are bringing them back home. Some of these Nigerians have been stranded in South Africa for over 4 years. And they didn't have money to even buy a flight ticket back. Rights, because I got the permit to fly into South Africa, to start doing daily flights to South Africa. I know the implications of what I have done, but I don't give a damn if my private purse is affected, as long as my compatriots are saved. I decided to mortgage that permit to be doing daily flights, to do this, because I'm not going to go to my grave with my wallet. I've said it several times. I'm not going to go to my grave with the size of my bank account, but I will peacefully see my maker if I know I've left some legacies behind. So I decided to do this. I don't need a penny, I don't need a dime from anybody, and I've never been given any by anybody, not by government, not by anybody. The only thing I demanded from the government of the day was get the High Commission in South Africa to get my countrymen and women together for me to come and move them out of that place in order to restore respect to our dignity as a nation. And I'm very happy to announce to you that that singular act has brought a lot of respect for Nigeria worldwide. The allowance.
Indeed, it's so touching. In fact, when I saw this some time ago and decided to do this show for this purpose, I was really moved and touched. There are lots of millionaires out there. There are lots of rich people out there who will not do or take any such action even a tenth of what he did. But he was not bothered so much about how it would affect his purse, his money. He was so much concerned about the life of people, because at the end of the day, the life of people is generally what matters. He had a vision for his people. And this is not just a 1 year thing. He's had this vision for a very long time, as you heard himself say. And due to the fact of having that vision to see his people, have jobs that can help their own families, so that one day when he comes, it's time to go, get to the grave, to die, to meet his maker, like he said, he can peaceably meet God, meet his maker, knowing that, yes, he has impacted life. I want to encourage you to impact lives. To impact lives. Do things that can help your community. Do things that can help the world at large. Let your vision be a vision driven that will be a blessing to others. A vision for your nation. This is a man that had a vision for his nation. And I can assure you, doors are beginning to open for him. I never knew about Airpeace, but this is action made me to hear about him. I can imagine the millions now that are hearing about him and who want to probably use his airline, especially those in Nigeria. But he's an example of what a decent citizen should be, of how people should be, who are living on planet Earth like you and I. So what is your vision? I want to thank Mr. Allen Oyema for taking such action, to help his people in Nigeria who were stuck, help his people who were stuck in South Africa. And some of them, like he said, have been stuck there for 4 years and didn't know how to come back. And I want to also say, I wish I can have that opportunity to interview him on this show. So if you can, if you know him or has his contact, get in touch with him, and I would like to, go deeper to interview him and to talk with him. But whatever the case, just to say, it's a blessing to have people like this that can go out of their ways to reach out to others. This is all I have today for you for Vision for the Nation. You have a blessed day, and may the Lord God be with you always. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye for now. Welcome to Vision for the Nation.